Okay, I just bumped into one of the family members in the electronics shop who said to come down this street. There's some old historic house from the old days, apparently. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking for, but we'll just head down this little cross street and see what we can find. Looks pretty old. Rubbish tends to be an issue here in the Philippines. They seem to pile it up. And here's the Rural Health Unit, which also includes the Animal Bite Treatment Centre. So I don't know how many animal bites actually happen in the Philippines, but they've got quite a big centre for it. Here's another pharmacy that also sells beer. In the pharmacy next to the chocolate biscuits, you can also buy Sandmig, Red Horse and Pilsner, and ice cubes. So, as well as other grocery items, but it says it's actually a pharmacy. I think this bit's more the pharmacy. It's got shampoo and stuff like that in it. As well as clothes, it looks like. The bridge over another creek. I'm not sure whether I should show you this, but the creeks tend to be the rubbish tips, so there always tends to be lots of rubbish in here. So they do look a bit disgusting, so even after all this rain you'd think you'd really want a downpour to wash it out, but it doesn't seem to change. Here's a car parked in. Maybe doesn't want to go early because he's covered, blocked in with motorcycles. So, okay, and that's a big building. Not sure what that is. Bahay Hamahalan, Romblon. I would say maybe it's a hospital. They're green and white. Seems to be government buildings. Seem to be always this green and white colour. So could be some sort of government building, or it could be I'm thinking more of a hospital. It kind of looks like a hospital, but I'm not sure. Maybe we'll have a bit of a closer look. This one's really nice with the murals on it. But let's go up here, see what we can see. Definitely looks like some sort of medical centre. Some sort of medical centre by the look of all the people sitting in there waiting. Okay, let's head downtown. There's a monument too. I'm not sure because there again signs in Filipino, but it should be anybody. It looks a bit like Queen Victoria or something, but I don't know who that is. Maybe somebody viewing can put it in the comments. This is the local school, Romblon West Central School. And again, looking across to the square, schools. Lots of activity. Chocolate. interesting street in Romblon. It's actually called Piccadilly Circus. And here's the Piccadilly Circus coffee bar. Full of school kids. There's another Mitsubishi Montero Sport. And lots of activity. There's a couple of little stalls over there. One of them selling calamansi juice, which is one of my favourite drinks. And also next door to that, selling fresh buko shake. If you're not sure what buko is coconut. So it's a coconut shake, which is also really refreshing. The calamansi juice is really nice. It's citrus. You get really sweet ones. It tastes almost like orange marmalade. So everywhere in town. Here's another half-finished construction. It's a no smoking site, but also looks like a no working site, so not sure if anything's going on there. Here's another nice multi-storey. It's actually the Romblon Plaza Hotel. They have a nice cafe downstairs. I think we've been there once before. Straight across from the basketball court where all the big events happen. This is a freight shop. Another handling coming out, going freight. Sari store selling all sorts of things from clothes to fake crocs. This little street, it's only a little narrow street. But we do tend to come down here. There is a reasonable size grocery store. This one just here on the left, which does have quite a lot of stuff, including ice creams, lots of stuff. Hello!
Hello!
And here's some more shoe shop, no doubt, with lots of fake shoes. Another one over here. And we'll this green building here is like a big market. There's a lot of different shops inside, so let's go take a quick look. Fruit and veggies. Not sure what that was. Chocolates, toys. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Fruit and veggies.
Wala na.
bananas. So that's pretty much the limit of fruit and veggies in the Philippines. Bananas, apples, lemons, little tiny mandarins. Not much else. Peanuts, garlic, onions, that's dried fish. It's another popular cuisine. And over here, another fruit and veggie store that also sells a few other things as well. But here we got potatoes, carrots, looks like cabbage, cucumbers, ginger, some green things, don't know. Then a few more businesses along here. The 3D printing. Another shop selling tons of stuff. So a lot of businesses down this street. There's a new coffee shop, Didge Brew. The name is Didge Brew. Only new. I did see it come out on Facebook just recently, so I haven't been in there yet, so we might try that in the next couple of days before we leave. Lots more shops. Everybody sells San Miguel beer. Everywhere you go, there's the empty crates with the San Miguel bottles that they take back to clean and reuse again, and also water. So you get filtered water. The water in Romblon, the normal tap water is recommended not to drink. It's not that good, so there's that, or you can buy bottles of mineral water. Whether it's actually mineral water or just filtered water, I'm not sure, but that's safe to drink. The other thing they say to watch out for is ice in your drinks, because oftentimes, even though you might buy Coke or something, the ice in it might be made with unfiltered local water. So I've had a few drinks with ice in so far, haven't had a problem. In fact, this is the third time I've been in Romblon and never had any problems like that. So you just got to be careful. Just use common sense, like going to any Asian country. There's a lot of corruption in the Philippines, as most people have probably seen on the news. So I don't know whether that extends to water filtration and everything else. So here we are back in the centre of town again, where we were before. You see always lots of tricycles waiting. Police don't seem very active at doing much, so you just see them hanging around the police station. Occasionally you see the police vans on the road, but they don't seem to enforce much from what I can see. Obviously helmets are not compulsory for scooters and motorcycles here. And in a lot of cases it seems registration's not compulsory either. You do see a lot of bikes and scooters with no registration. Here's all the San Miguel crates I'm talking about. This Aura and Audrey is a new building that's gone up since the last time we were here. I've got no idea what it is. It looks like some sort of big shop, but it's not open at the moment. Maybe it's not finished quite yet, but it does look quite impressive for a Romblon building. The outside is all tiled, so you don't get the raw concrete. Down by the big roller door, maybe that's a shop front, so don't know. Or an Audrey, it sounds like might be a dress designer or a fashion store or something like that. I don't know, but we'll see. Oh look, whatever it is, it seems they started off here on a small scale. Filmora and Audrey Enterprise. Maybe I'll Google that later on. So here's this is the port. So you've got to have a ticket to get onto the port. So they are quite security conscious. You have to buy a ticket and then you pay a port fee as well for access to the port. But none of it's expensive, so they have quite big drive-on, drive-off boats. For the Aussies, it's like going to Stradbroke Island, that sort of stuff. Tangalooma, except these boats are probably bigger. They do hold quite a lot of passengers. So that's quite a big boat. That's the sort of boat we come from Batangas down to Romblon if we come here through Manila. So it's about a 9.5 hour trip. Usually goes overnight. We book a VIP suite which gives you a bed, your own bathroom, and usually a meal served here on a plate. If you have the cheap seats, you sit in a chair and you get to go to the cafeteria and get your meal in a cardboard box. So the VIP makes it much more comfortable, and usually we get on and pretty much sleep for the entire journey and get into Romblon the early hours of the morning. Same thing going back. We'll be going back to Batangas from here in another few days. Usually the boat leaves in 1 o'clock in the night and gets in the morning. So we'll be doing that later on. So here is the square again. Always somebody selling food. Hey. You do have to watch out on the roads in Romblon because there are no road rules. There are no pedestrian crossings, and the traffic seems to have the right of way. This is the entrance to Romblon. You can see the I love Romblon carved out of marble. Obviously lots of photos of that. Hey! Here's the square. So lights up at night. They've put lots of Christmas lights up, so it's quite decorative at night. Lots of people hanging around it now. School kids after school. The Romblon version of the Christmas tree. So that's pretty much a walk through the main part of Romblon. Obviously it's bigger than what I've shown you. There's a lot more to it. There's more streets going every side of where we've been, but that's central Romblon. Just gives you an idea what's here. You can pretty much get whatever you want. Here is supplies. As I said, things like fruit and veggies are a little limited. That might be one thing you'd miss from Australia or America, wherever you come from. But you'd never go hungry. There's plenty to eat, plenty of restaurants selling Western type food as well as Filipino food. But honestly, when you come to the Philippines, you need to understand you're in a different country and get used to how things are done in the Philippines. So enjoy some Filipino food. There's lots of great dishes. So I enjoy a lot of it, and don't think we're missing out anywhere as far as that goes. We get beef, we get pork, we get fish. You don't get a lot of steakhouse type restaurants. but there's plenty to keep you not starving. Okay, there's always plenty to drink. You can buy beer from pretty much every Surrey store, and other liquors, rum and whiskey and that sort of stuff. So there appears to be no licensing regulations. So every little corner Surrey store has booze. I mean, when we're at the house and we run out, somebody gives some money to one of the kids and say run down the road and get some San Miguel or some Red Horse beer, and they come back, or stronger stuff, and they come back with it. So nobody seems to worry. So it's a pretty laid back lifestyle. As I said, it's island life. You're cut off a bit from the mainland, but that's part of the attraction. You know, it takes a bit to get here, but once you're here, it's probably one of the most relaxing places I've been. So anyway, join us again for another video soon. We'll see you later.